Hey everybody, Don here again. Well, as you can see, I got the kayak in tow. And if you watched my last video, you'll know that my plan for the day was to drive up to Vermont and hit Lake Champlain and try to hunt down some of the big northern pike that call that lake home. I checked the weather on Weather Underground last night, and today on Champlain, the winds are supposed to be blowing 15 to 20 from the southwest. If you know anything about Lake Champlain, it's a really long, narrow lake, and it runs north-south. So if you get winds coming in from the southwest, then it's going to be some big waves out there today, and really foolish to try to get out there and fish. Instead of driving 2.5 hours to get blown off the water, I'm going to drive about an hour and a half north of here, and I'm going to hit the Connecticut River. It'll be a new adventure for me because I've never kayaked on the Connecticut. And the Connecticut is one of the few bodies of water in New Hampshire that has northern pike. So we're going to head up there. I'm going to be pedaling downstream probably 3 miles to get to where I want to go, but it's the only place where I could put in the kayak. So it's going to be an adventure. So off we go. We'll see you at the river. All right. On the Connecticut River. A little later than I wanted to be here, but talking to this guy coming in behind me. He said the pike fishing's been pretty good. Also catching walleyes in this part of the river. Let me throw this this bad boy. It's gonna be a hot one today. So as you can see, this part of the Connecticut River is really slow moving. Where I want to go down to the setback is on Google Earth in a straight line. It's 2.2 miles. This river twists and turns, and I would imagine it's 3, maybe even closer to 4 miles to pedal down. This is new water for me as far as being in the kayak. Me and Bobby have fished it from the boat, but I've never been on here with the kayak, so I'm just gonna play around and explore, throw a bunch of big stuff. Might start off with a whopper plopper before it gets too bright. It's already 6:45, and there's a bunch of boats putting in. Got the big whopper plopper. I think this is a 130. Ooh, man, cast a mile. This water goes from 10, 11, 12 feet up, and it's still 4 or 5 feet from the shore. Well, maybe we can get something cruising that drop off. So I got my 2 big rods, my heavy rods, set up with what I thought would be good pike gear for Champlain. Big whopper plopper and Fire Tiger jointed Rapala, which dives to about 4 or 5 feet. I don't know if there'll be the ticket in here or not. Boy, that just looks fishy in there, doesn't it? This guy that just moved down, he told me he was... Oh, there we go. Oh, what do I got? Oh, I don't know. It's nice, whatever it is. Oh, I am under netted. Oh, that's a nice smallmouth. Holy crap. Look at that. Holy mackerel. What a beautiful smallmouth on the big whopper plopper. Ooh, I don't want to eat any of those hooks. So you be calm. Ah, you son of a gun. Oh, he came off. The big silver whopper plopper. Check this baby out. Dandy smallmouth right in this tree. Hello, Mr. Bass. What a beauty. Woo! Well, the whopper plopper. That was nice. That was a nice fish. Didn't really expect to catch a bass on this big 130 whopper plopper with a leader on it. What a nice fish. Holy mackerel. And it's 7 o'clock, straight up. That makes for a good start to the morning. Whoo-wee. I knew that spot looked fishy. You see trees in a river like that, or in a lake, or anywhere, there's got to be fish in there. See if there's another one in there. Let's get over on the shaded side a little bit. I can feel the breeze is starting to pick up. Nice thing about it is it's blowing up the river. So if I do go down, it'll be at my back on the way back. I'm going to try a Ned rig. This is the first time I've ever thrown it. You know, I know it's just similar to a jig and a grub, but the way this thing sits, it should sit up like that. I've got a rattling Guggen Baits TRD. I can't really hear it, but I'm sure the fish can. And you know, my buddy Fitzy and Russell both swear by the Ned rig. And I've watched them both catch a ton of fish. The only thing I'm worried about is a lot of debris in this river. Oh, I got one. Holy moly. Oh, that's a nice fish too. Another smallmouth. Well, the Ned rig. Fitzy, Russell. It's not a big one. It's really, it's a small one, but right in the corner of the mouth. Look at that. The first bass I've ever caught on the Ned rig. Nice little Connecticut River smallmouth, probably 10 or 11 inches, but the Ned rig. Too cool. All right, let's see if I can get some more of those. All right, so this is the chatterbait that my buddy Sam gave me. It's got a fluke on it. This lure here, I caught a really nice smallmouth in Lake Champlain in the mouth of the Lamoille River last year. I didn't run it with a leader, but because of the fact that there's pike in here, I'll run it with a leader. I'm going to run this down into those trees over there, then back down to the bridge abutment. Look fishy. Oh, there's a big fish right there. I thought I saw him following it in. Looks like a pike. Gotta be a pike. Yep. Oh, there he is. He just slashed at it. There he is. Can you see him? Oh, there's a bass right there too. Oh. All right. All right. They were looking it over pretty good. There he is. Not a very big pike, but he's definitely following this thing. I don't care how big he is, I want to catch him. Oh no. I just felt my rudder. I felt like it slid off the friggin' the pulley. Oh no. Yep, slid off the pulley. Oh man, that is not good. I might be able to make it to the boat ramp, or I might just go in circles. Oh, son of a gun. I'm gonna have to paddle. Get to the boat ramp. Luckily, I'm not far from it. Take this thing apart. I felt that give. It happened to me last fall. Oh, I hate to leave fish to have to repair my kayak. That is not good. All right, well, the way I see it, I've got three options. Number one, I can quit fishing, load the thing up and head home. Say, hey, caught a couple fish. I don't want to do that. Number two, and try to pull this off. I got a screwdriver and see if I can get the cable back on the pulley. That's number two. Number three, I can take the rudder right off, and then I'm having to use the paddle to steer, but I can still use the pedal to drive. So the wind is really picked up. I'm not going downriver because I'd be fighting the wind, and it's supposed to get up to 10 or 12. That brush pile right over there is where I caught that big smallmouth, and I just had another big smallmouth and a decent sized pike follow the chatterbait up. So I'm going to try to fix the pulley, and if I can't do that, I'm going to take the rudder off because I want to fish. So I'll be back. You know what? I got to pull the whole, I forgot about that. I got to pull the whole seat out. Got to pull this whole unit out to get to the screws that control this. So instead, I'm just going to take off the rudder and fight the wind and the current. I don't want to go home. Well, it's not the ideal solution, but it's going to keep me fishing. So I pulled the rudder off the boat, and I'm going to fight the wind, but at least I'll be able to pedal. I just won't be able to steer. So when it's time to steer, I'll have to break out the paddle. That bass and that pike were really interested in this chatterbait, but they wouldn't hit. I don't know if it was a color thing or what, but I'm gonna keep that one on. But I also switched up and put a different chatterbait on one of my other rods. Oh, got one. Oh man, nice fish. Oh, dang it. Came off. It looked like a nice fish. Felt like a smallmouth. Hit it on the drop. Man. Whoo-wee. Well, the wind really picked up this morning, as I expected it would, but losing the rudder made for a pretty frustrating day. Although I did catch a couple of really nice bass, so I was happy about that. I saw some Northern Pike action. I didn't catch one, but it was a good day. I gotta go home and fix this rudder. Thanks for coming along today, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.